house husband.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's unrelenting. It's unrelenting. Just when you thought we were going to relent, it's unrelenting.
Oh, they were thinking we were unrelenting, Gene.
Oh, no, they weren't.
Or relenting. They thought we were relenting.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing? I'm like, it's showtime, motherfucker.
Oh, no, I'm doing good. I just had my snooze alarm go off.
What time do you wake up? Well, never.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is. It's like, wake up. You're late, Gene. You're late. You're late. You're late.
Look at that. It's late. It's late.
Fucking Apple products. You can't trust them. They can't even tell time.
Oh, God damn it.
Wake up. We have a hard out because podcasting 2.0 is they want a nooner. Adam and Dave.
Since we just started recording and being on the stream for Unrelenting,
it's
I don't know why anybody would think that we're not currently on.
We are on. We are off. Yeah. We are on. We're in. I went up to get my pills. That's a big part of the show. And I was getting my pills out of the cabinet in the kitchen. And I'm like, wait, something's flickering. I mean, it's winter. This happens every now and then. But I turn and I see the kitchen fixture with 5 lights, the one over the table, 5 LEDs that have been in there for years. One of them was starting to blink. I'm like, oh, I guess one's going. LEDs, that's what happens. They start blinking. No big deal. Now, I've had the one in a fixture that just blinked for like weeks until I finally took it out and replaced it. It went out like 3 seconds later. I turn around and there's fucking wisps of smoke coming from the fixture.
I've seen that on video. I've never had experience that.
First time for me. And it's, of course, there's that beautiful smell that comes with circuits that are
plastic
baking themselves. I'm like, this isn't good.
No.
So fire averted.
Well, that's a good thing. Yeah, I thought they kind of solved the fire thing about 20 years ago.
I know. We went through that very short phase where everybody...
Or was this a 20-year-old light bulb?
I don't think it was that old. I mean, it wasn't.
I'll tell you what.
Brand new.
I still have an awful lot of bulbs in this house. And, I moved here 15 years ago.
That you've never changed?
No, never changed them. I'd say 90% of the light bulbs have never been changed in 15 years.
Well, you live in the dark. I mean, a lot of people don't know that. You don't like...
Yes, Austin. We're very dark.
Very dark. Now, we had a very short period where we went from the incandescent bulbs, which were beautiful bulbs to run in the winter because whatever room you were in stayed warm from the light bulb.
Yeah.
And those... I really enjoyed the way they looked. And we went through a very short phase.
With CF bulbs.
Yes. Yeah. And I never put one. Well, I tried one and then went, fuck that. I'm going to stock up on incandescent bulbs until the end of the world because the compact fluorescents just bug me. I don't know why. Everybody's eyes are a little different. I did not like those.
I really liked them. I had gotten rid of all my regular bulbs as quickly as possible
to get to the compact fluorescents.
Yeah. Because I think the compact fluorescents, they only have one downside, which is that they flicker.
And there's mercury in them, which you like to play with.
Immune to it. Doesn't matter. But the all Soviet children had mercury training.
You must have their mercury. They will try to kill you, comrade.
Yeah, neighbor. You play with that shit as a kid. It's not a big deal.
Yes, neighbor.
But yes, neighbor. But yeah, it was. Those were really good because they had an advantage over the LEDs as well, which is they didn't get hot.
True.
There's literally zero possibility of any smoke.
Where the LEDs, the bulbs themselves aren't hot, but man, the circuitry is.
Well, I mean, that is the bulb.
Well, it's part of it, but the actual thing that makes the light isn't what heats up.
Oh, it is. Totally.
Really? Because I always, the light itself didn't seem, it's the circuitry and the base that usually, for the ones that I've had.
Yes, but that's because it's attached to the base.
True.
With two metal connectors. So it's not going to heat the air in front of it. It's going to heat the base that it's actually attached to.
Where it's rocking and rolling and pulling that wattage into your cottage.
That's the one thing about LEDs. They last a damn long time, which incidentally, if you don't touch physically the CFs, like if they're in the ceiling, they last a damn long time. But the LEDs are a lot more durable. They're not susceptible to shock. So you can, or at least not, not until you get into really strong shock.
They're better in floor lamps and things like that, the torch lamps.
Yeah. Flashlights, obviously. But they also don't require high voltage is the other benefit.
Yeah, your power bill goes right down. You can leave your lights on all the time.
Yeah, they're actually worse as far as power is concerned compared to CF. CF use less power, but CF has a transformer, so they actually crank the voltage up inside the bulb really high. But they actually use less power compared to both incandescent and LEDs. So I think LEDs probably are the best way to go because of the durability factor and if you don't use cheap LEDs, they will last damn near forever. And they're projecting like 100 years.
The ones I most recently had a problem with, although I was trying to push it to get more lumens out of it. So I wanted the brightest ones for a floor torch lamp rather than the 60 watt equivalent. I went with the hundreds, and I don't know if they just baked themselves, even though it was a fixture that was completely open at the top. The light was close to the base below, and I wonder if it still just heated up too much because they all
probably
ended up flickering and blowing themselves out. So the latest ones I got, I think they were Feit, F-E-I-T, I think was the brand on them. And the thing I like about these, so far they seem to be not flickering to the point where, I mean, I know they always flicker, but the human eye doesn't see it. They have a little manual slider that you can go through the 5 different color ranges that light bulbs pretty much come in. And it's like, well, now that's convenient.
Yeah.
For people instead of looking.
That was one of the, so I've got those different colored bulbs in my office and in the bedroom. Everything else is just white. But what I like about those is if I want the light on at night, and of course everything's voice controlled here too, but I tell it to switch to red.
Neighbor, switch to red.
And so it's kind of like Red Alert on Star Trek. In fact, I used to have a setting program to when I would tell it to go into Red Alert, he would start the siren sound.
Well, yeah, because the Amazon devices have that built in.
That's right. Yes. So that's a neat effect as long as all your bulbs are colored.
Yeah. Everything goes red.
So, yeah. And I've got one of those in the office here. I've got one of those like everybody was advertising, so I bought one like a sucker, but it actually still works. One of those projectors that's like basically an LED projector or LCD, or what I mean, a video projector that is projecting up onto the ceiling, and it's a
clock.
It's a whole bunch of stars and constellations and stuff.
I've seen clocks that do that too, which is interesting.
Really?
It throws the time onto the ceiling. So
yeah.
When you're laying in bed,
I used to have like 30 years ago. Yeah, the clock that projects in the ceiling. That's been around for a while. But yeah, this thing is neat because it shows like galaxies and stuff up on the ceiling, so that when I'm flying my spaceship, it feels like I'm flying around in space. But it's way cheaper than an actual video projector, which you could also use. because it's just got one scene basically that's
right
that it's set to. It's a moving scene. It just moves very slowly, but it's not a full on like give it any signal kind of thing.
And it's funny you say the spaceships because we have this now.
Thank you for your donations. Thank you for your support. Darren's gonna buy some clothes and food. Gene needs a new spaceport. For all of his spaceships, he's kinda nerdy. Maybe you figured that out. But thank you from Unrelenting, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a can of worms. I know exactly what this show is going to turn into. Sorry, guys, we had a long run, 3.5 years. Yeah, no jingles, no pre-made articles or clips we're going to play, but it's all over in 2026 because Darren discovered AI music.
Yes. Well,
so now for every bingo card item that we have, you realize there's now going to have to be a jingle.
Yeah. Well, I do want to thank
that's one.
The two guys, Mark Koger, $3.33 per show, and Scott Quad Swallow with $2.50 per show. Thank you for your donations to Unrelenting each and every show. They're the only guys keeping us going. But yes, I was going through that, and I'm like, what else do we need? So we've got.
Oh boy, Gina's tummy got a rumbly, and now he's ordering lunch. What will he get?
So we got that.
Okay, like I said, I was exactly right on the money now. Every bingo card item will have a jingle now.
That, of course.
Everybody's had a job or two, but is there a job that Gene has yet to do? I don't think so. That means he gets fired a lot.
So we got that.
That's true. That's actually a good statement there. Yeah, I like that one.
And I think this one's my favorite.
You know you can't trust Gene because of his genes. You know what I'm saying, yeah.
That's a little racist. But,
it's a little?
A little bit.
I did like that Suno put Genes, Jeans.
Uh-huh.
But you know what those Polish folk, they're thinking.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, we know all about what they're thinking is right.
There is no snake in the tub jingle yet, surly mofo. No, but there will be.
Oh, yeah. That's the problem. This is why I said we're done with the show at this point. It's going to be jingle hour with, yeah, exactly.
I was just testing. It's interesting because with the really short ones, you need to almost give a little something extra at the end because Suno will cut it off. It is still not great with anything under 10 seconds. You need to go a little bit longer.
Just give it, all you need to do is in directions, give it a, do like a 5 seconds, play out. I forget what
outro
the word is
or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. And then end with a 5-second outro. Give that in directions. It should be able to do it. It does still, though, occasionally, like maybe once every 50, 60 songs, it does just foobar it. I still get those sometimes where it'll be like almost done and it may even start doing the outro and then either it stops or it completely switches modes and starts doing stuff that has nothing to do with the rest of the song. So it does occasionally still happen. It used to happen like every 10 songs. They've really reduced that number down, but they haven't completely eliminated. I've sent you a couple of those. I think I called them not hypnosis. I called them AI dreams or something, or I can't remember.
The hallucinations.
Hallucination. That's the one. Yeah.
You know that Suno is starting to get, maybe bored is the wrong word, but their latest features have nothing to do with songs. They're weird little, well, here's how we can do mashups of songs, and here's how we can do sounds, and so I mean, I guess they think they've gotten to the epitome of their bass job.
Well, I don't think that's the issue. I think the issue is they know what people are using it for, which is to slap on quick little jingles onto TikTok videos.
Also true, yeah. You've got your little very short form, which makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun toy to play with. Now, just
it's
like
a fun instrument to play with.
Just like Elon expanding the Grok videos to 10 seconds, the quality
of course. Okay, sorry. Of course that happens right after I make my 3.5 minute long video
at 6 seconds a piece.
At 6 seconds, 6 second clips. So
well,
I could have spent half as many, or I could have given it half as many prompts to generate the same length video now.
I've noticed it is still not good with tongue twisters, which is the most interesting thing that I've run across yet with the AI, I think, as far as the limitations. Because when doing a Grok video, and I was trying to do one like, hey, tune in now to the Rock and Roll pre-show with Darren O of the Rock and Roll. It did not the Darren O of the Rock and Roll. It could not do it correctly. And you would think.
Do it phonetically.
It's very strange because you would think the AI, how you're tripping the AI up. It's like, why is it being tripped up by something like that?
Because those are words. It doesn't have a million versions of people saying that.
True. It's like we've never heard this combination.
Dude, you're going to have the exact same issue if you're one of these creative parent types that gave your kid a unique name, which is the stupidest thing you can do for a kid. Because, hey, you want to get your kid to be teased in school for 6 years? Give him a unique name.
Like Clorox.
Yes, that'll never get teased.
Just name him Elon Musk. Nobody will ever. I mean,
if you're a billionaire kid, I guess it probably doesn't matter. But the regular kids, it'll definitely matter. It won't be. It won't know how to pronounce shit like that. I think honestly that may be one of the reasons that two of Musk's kids have weird names, is because he wants to make sure they're not deep faked.
Well, it's much easier to get information on who you're looking for. There's a lot of John Smiths. There's not a lot of, Clorox, whatever.
Yeah.
It is a interesting thing now with all of the data that is out there on people. But the interesting thing, always wondered how much of, when you do a Grok video, how much it understands the world that it's making the video from, because it created the static image. I found Grok was totally having a meltdown the other day. I forget what day it was. And I wanted to do it.
X was having a meltdown.
Probably also at the same time. Because I wanted to do a quick video that was like, hey, support the Darren O shows, because I got a affiliate link for Proton Mail, because I have a Proton Mail account. And they're like, hey, if you get people to sign up, and I'm like, why not? I'm going to add this to the show notes, because people don't fucking donate. Maybe if they're like, hey, I need Proton Mail, so I may as well use.
You got to have advertising, dude. There's no other way.
I know. You got to have a lot of ads. Just fill the whole show with ads and jingles.
Well, people like ads. I mean, that's what I found.
They found it as entertaining. It's a break from hearing what people are talking about. They get to be interrupted.
Keep listening to people. They want to hear ads.
Yes. So I was trying to do that with Grok, and it would not do it. And then I'm like, well, let's just see. I'm like, let me just get a static image then. And I got that from ChatGPT, cute blonde chick, would support Darren O and a sign behind it. And I'm like, well, let me see if Grok will make a video from this. And it did. And it was better than the Grok videos, because the women that ChatGPT's model produce are more natural looking. Where Grok is still a very plasticized kind of. And it's interesting because even if you say photorealistic on Grok, it will drift. Because Grok now, when you go to do an image, for people that don't use it, it doesn't just give you one image or two. They start generating like 8,000 images at once.
Yeah, it starts spitting them out.
And you notice, like, after the first very small amount, they get weird often. where they're not photorealistic. Now they're totally like anime chicks. And
that's photorealistic as far as Elon's concerned. What are you talking about?
Elon's like, that's how I see the world. But I was like, hey, this is just an interesting thing because a lot of this is understanding which of the AIs to use for the work that you're getting done, which is why I now own noagendaai.com.
Oh, nice.
For people that want text-to-speech done for them, for people that want some images created, for people that want some short-form video.
See, guys, this is actually, we're in the middle of an ad right now.
This is my new side hustle.
Yeah.
But to see if anybody, JCD said, hey, Darren should do like AI and like train people. I'm like, well, one, you can do that, but most people don't want to be trained either.
No agenda's never sued anybody.
This will be the first.
Until now.
Not if I give them a donation for every order I get. Then it's like, that's good.
You're like the
stepchild,
the Paul to their Judaism.
Right.
It's like, hey, I can make a better religion out of this. Hang on, I'll just borrow all this stuff and then there you go. Perfect.
But I'm like, I was quite interested in the fact that you need, ChatGPT will create the better character, but then Grok will do the video and then you need the audio.
You can upload the ChatGPT cartoon to Grok.
And then I found there's a website that does nothing but let you train your voice to be added onto songs. And obviously people can use other artists' voices. I don't think they're that careful about things either. But it's something that Suno, this is what Suno, I think their next step should be, is to do
Pro
this.
voices?
Yes, allow the user to upload themselves. I'm going to put that in air quotes because, people are going to be like, no, really, I sound just like Johnny Cash. And upload their voices, but let them use their own voice on the songs. That is a no-brainer. I'm assuming they're going to do that because I don't know why people would keep paying, or they don't certainly want to pay another service that you then, we create our song in Suno. Also, what I found, the latest update in Logic Pro X, which I paid for like 18 years ago. This is the one thing I will give Apple above all other software companies.
Yeah, they made him. Yeah.
They never take the license away from you. I bought Logic Pro literally like 18 years ago.
Yeah.
And it still updates and it still gives you everything. And they've added AI now to creating instrumentation. So it's going to be, it's like, I think it was like AI bass lines. I don't know if it's all instruments yet, but this is also a very interesting way these things are progressing because that's a very serious music recording software. Logic Pro X is right up there with what's the one on Windows that everybody, Pro Tools.
Yeah.
Those are like the top two for
Adobe
professionals.
Pro Tools, yeah.
Well, whatever, Pro Tools isn't Adobe. That's somebody else.
I thought it was. Wasn't Pro Tools?
No, Pro Tools is somebody else.
Really?
But those are like the top two professional audio. Yeah. That if the albums that you're listening to on Spotify by artists that weren't created by Gene, most likely
now.
were recorded on one of those, using one of those digital audio workstations.
DAWs.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I can tell people, I can help you with your AI, but I think for most people, and it was interesting, I already got a message from somebody that didn't even see that, was like, I'm working on a project.
That's who it is.
Who is it?
Yeah, it's Avid Pro Tools.
Yeah, they're good. That's
that's commercial stuff.
This kind of things where you can make it on beat to the 1/1,000,000th of a second. I mean, it's just crazy.
Yes, because that's how people sing. Yeah.
Well, this is why everything sounds so fake. Yeah. Even the stuff that
fake
is
and gay, as Adam Curry would say.
Even the stuff that is actually not AI sounds like AI because it's all been quantized so much. Where the drums, I mean, back in the day, you go listen to the tapes from, you don't even have to go back to like Elvis and the Beatles, but you go back to like the rock drummers of the 70s and 80s before drum machines came in. And those drum beats are not exact. And that's what gives it the feel. That's what gives it a little bit of soul. Adam Curry always says
analog.
Yeah. You get that nice crunchy analog sound. You get that warmth.
Well, I mean, they're analog, so they're not accurate.
Right. Yeah. But that's what we were like. Now, for the guys that were very close, that's why they were considered to be the best drummers around. There's guys like Buddy Rich. You're just like, he has to be a machine.
Yeah.
But now, everybody, even if you're a horrible drummer, when they take that into the studio, they're like, well, he was a little early here. I'll put it on time. Oh, he was a little late there. I'll just put it on time. Which is why everything starts to sound the same as well. But this is where now the question would be, does AI music, forget all the other AI stuff for a minute, but does AI music hit its pinnacle when it trains itself not to be perfect?
Pinnacle is not, I don't think the right word for it, but it's just going to be a checkbox, dude.
Right. Do you want this
to
be
retardedly human sounding?
And people will be like, this is great.
But also you realize all it is just a preference based on past experience. That's all it is. So within a generation of two of humans, if we make it that long, the majority of what's considered good music will be fully quantized.
Because everybody will be used to exactly
idea
that.
Of like, oh, everybody wants to hear things slightly off and slightly analog. No, they don't. All it is a preference for things you're familiar with since you were born. And all it takes is a few generations to be born with the internet, and the idea of the internet not being around becomes an impossibility.
I thought it was interesting, just depending on where you hear music from and how the brain works. When the first time I heard, or the bunch of first times, not the bunch of first times, but my sister had the Springsteen. Oh man, is that guy gone full commie crazed bastard or what? But
Springsteen.
Yeah.
I think most of those guys have. They've lived in bubbles their whole lives, but they haven't noticed that their bubble has drifted off the rest of the bubbles.
You're a little bit out there, my friend. But
they need to get quantized to humanity.
She had a copy of Born to Run from 1975, and that's where I heard Thunder Road. It's the first song on the first side, and it goes bum, 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 bum. That's the opening, and then I don't know if there was a little scratch or if there was an imperfection, because on that copy of the vinyl, after the first dun, 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 there's a sound. And I hear that sound every time I hear that fucking song now, no matter if it's, a brand new version or an old version or on the radio, it doesn't matter. Every time I hear that song, my brain's been programmed. So, and that was obviously a major imperfection in that one particular vinyl, but it's the norm to me, which I don't know if this goes into. I think we talked a little bit about it at some point. The MIT professor, Dan Ariely, is it? The Predictably Irrational, the book was called.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like the first time you...
Yeah, I just reread that like 2 months ago.
It's a very interesting book. If you have never read it, everybody should check it out, because it's some of the stuff in there just blew my mind entirely. Like, if the first price, if you're looking at a laptop or anything, any large purchase, the first item you seriously consider buying will greatly affect the end price you pay. So if you're looking for a laptop and the first thing you look at is a Chromebook, you're going to spend a lot less than if you're looking for a laptop and the first thing you look at is a Mac Pro.
It's a base price. And this is why the purchasing of cars, let's say, goes along a predictable path. When you buy your first brand new car, I realize not everyone's purchased a brand new car in their life, but most people have. And when you purchase your first brand new car, you're like, oof, can't believe I'm spending $15,000
right
all on one thing like that. It's going to take me 5 years to pay that 15 grand off. And you're setting that baseline for what you think of a car. You think of something that's 15 grand. And then the next car you buy is like $25,000. And now the idea of what a car is 25 grand in your head. And every time you make the purchase of the same item type at a higher dollar value, it resets what the baseline value is. So when you had that $15,000 car, which technically my first car was $17,000, but close enough, which was a fully decked out leather seats and everything Saturn.
Ooh,
yeah,
fancy.
Baby. And that was the 2-door, the sports looking version.
Well, you don't want a 4-door. That's for old folk.
Flip up headlights, just like a Corvette.
Well, that's how they got you. Hey,
oh man,
look, young boy, this is just like a Corvette.
There's nothing like a car with flip up headlights when you're like 20 years old.
Well, it's badass from the 1980s all over again.
Yeah, it was a what year was it? It was a 94. So I bought a brand new 94 Saturn SC2.
Interesting.
SC2. Yeah.
My first and only new vehicle purchase for me was a 1996 Camaro Z28.
Oh, there you go. Same idea.
You know, got rid of that thing just a few years ago. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that was it. I mean, otherwise it was used Delta 88s.
Yeah. Yeah. Because your parents gave you.
My grandfather, my parents were driving a Cadillac. My parents got a Cadillac in I think it was a 1986 Cadillac that I went to drive my grandmother home as a 16-year-old and slammed into somebody a block away from the house. It wasn't my car, though.
Yeah, good. Thank God.
I know. Cadillac. I swear they were in the middle of the street, those sons of bitches. Like a
DeVille? Like a full-size one?
It was it wasn't the super big boat at the time. There were still ones that were slightly larger, but it wasn't a small vehicle.
Well, that's when they like in the early 80s was when Cadillac started just taking the shitty K platform GM and then slapping a logo on the back of them. So they were small size Cadillac.
Pretty much. It wasn't the huge one.
The DeVille kept being produced, I think, until the late 80s. Which was the big, long, huge, full-size one.
Yeah, no, this wasn't that. It was front-wheel drive, and that was big in the day, too.
Do you remember the model?
I do not.
No? Okay.
I do not, but that...
Because I think the Seville was smaller. I can't remember what the other ones were.
And I know my wife bought a brand new Thunderbird and then a Chevy... the one that they like totally got rid of now, the Impala.
Yeah.
And then she got her grandmother's Impala with the sports package. Granny wanted to go fast.
Exactly. Yeah, I gotta love those car dealerships.
But I mean, really, for me, one new car, that was it. It's like, why would you buy new? It's a sucker's bet. I mean, if you have the money, I get it.
About that. But anyway, so the point being is that you keep resetting your baseline value as you start going up. So when you had that $15,000 car, $20,000 car, you'd look at people that just bought a $35,000 car and you're like, moron, who the fuck spends that much money on a car?
Right.
And then, a couple of cars later, you're like, well, I mean, I'm driving a $65,000 car. What kind of moron spends $100,000 on a car? Right. Jesus, what are they thinking?
Well, this is why the dealers always have the most expensive cars there first. They're hoping you consider that and then go, oh, well, this one seems completely reasonable. It's a marketing tactic.
Well, I mean, shit, dude. All you got to do is type in the product name into Amazon. Your first few products ain't going to be your cheapest.
No, they get you. That's why you want a dedicated ChatGPT that will go out and look for the best deals for you. Create a nice agent to do your shopping. You never have to do your own shopping ever again.
Yeah.
But I'll be intrigued to see if anybody needs the AI work. But I was glad right after you and I talked. I don't know. Adam will tell you he doesn't listen to this show because
he does. No. He did text and told us to be on time, but no, he does not listen.
But he was trying to go local with the Gwen 3 text-to-speech model. But he doesn't have a GPU. It's like, okay, one, you can't play that game without a GPU.
Yeah.
You need some kind of GPU, or you need a Macintosh. You need
then no, actually, I think I think he still has his Mac. I don't know if I can't imagine he got rid of it.
Depending how old, how new, but you need if you're running a Windows or Linux based system, they really want the graphics card to do the job.
Which dude named Ben is very excited, because that's, by the way, who called during the beginning of the show when you thought it was an alarm, was dude named Ben calling it, which is
what an inconsiderate. I'm like,
how do you not know? I've been doing this show for like 10 years, and how do you not know I'm recording now?
He does. He's just jealous. He's like, you're talking to somebody else.
Oh yeah, he's so jealous. So
donate, dude named Ben.
Oh yeah, Ben, you used to donate. I remember that. Also, I just sent you a jingle to play into your signal.
You're creating jingles on the fly?
Yeah, I'm doing them while we're doing in the show, man. That's how we roll. Professionals here.
Is that how we roll?
That's how I roll. Yeah. You want to play it?
Well, I'm downloading it. There's a multiple, you have to like download it, and then you have to.
Oh, you can't just, you don't have signal pumped into the mixer?
No, I don't. I mean, I could.
Oh. But
it was never. It was never needed ever before. So,
you never had a co-host just create something live while you were recording and then have you play it? That's amazing.
No.
It's AI Talk with Darren O, playing with his mic. It's Darren O.
What? It's Darren Ho Ho? What? I'm trying to wait. Let me hear this again. I was trying to transcribe this.
It's AI Talk with Darren O, playing with his mic. It's Darren O.
I still don't know the lyrics.
Playing with his mic, man.
Oh, playing with his mic.
Playing with your mic.
Playing with the mic, everybody. It's AI. It's what it does. It just pops the things right out.
Yeah. It's it's quick and dirty, man. That's how we roll.
Nonstop jingles. But Adam was talking about how great 11 Labs was. And then I was like poo-pooing that on our last show. And then he decided he wanted to try to go local.
Wait. He was talking about how great it was after excoriating me like 3 years ago for using it with his voice.
Yeah. He was 11 Labs great. And then JCD was complaining about what it costs. And I'm like, does nobody run this stuff locally? And then they're like, it's a dude named Ben. They're like, it's super easy. Okay. And I will go along with this. I am basing everything now out of the Mac world, which people are optimizing these models specifically for the Mac architecture. So there is that.
Which is a good thing. It's actually, I got to interrupt you here. Sorry. It actually is hilarious, given that Apple completely foobarred their internal AI development, that the platform that a lot of people are choosing for their at-home AI is Apple.
Well, they were the first ones that kind of decided we're going to do something really insane, and we're going to combine the RAM that our graphics system and our normal system use together.
Yeah.
And then also decided that they were going to, with the up to the max chip, which is the one I have, let you have up to 128 gig of RAM, which I have. And now if you go with the ultra chip, I mean, if you really want to spend like what, $10,000.
Well, it used to be. Now the RAM prices are up probably more than that.
But if you really wanted to spend the money, you could get a machine with 512 gig of RAM.
Yeah, which could be used as video memory. Yeah.
Which you could also then combine. But this is where maybe it's a little bit easier to run this stuff. Because I will say with Chatterbox, which I've been running for about 6 months, the install was super easy. Now, I tried to go to Gwen 3. That was more of what I would have expected 10 years ago, which was, okay, you clone the Git repository and then you get an error. And then, it's like, oh, well, no, you still need to add this. Okay, so I install that. You get another error. Oh, you still don't have this. Okay, I need to add this. that was not as clean, but I was able to get that up and running. So I'm going to be intrigued to see how that works. The voice quality seems really good, but I haven't yet been able to try things like, I know with the Quen 3, different than the Chatterbox, you can add things like laughs or angry or so if you're doing more of a scripted kind of thing, it doesn't just read it like a robotic voice. You can give it some cues on how it should be reading.
Right.
It's AI Talk with Darren O, playing with his Mac. It's AI Talk with Darren O, show.
Yeah, really.
Okay, better lyrics, but he ate the word unrelenting.
Yeah, well, that was Unrelenting was supposed to be in there.
Yeah, here I'll send you the. There you go. But it's this is why it's an iterative process. Is you go and tweak and tweak and tweak, and then you end up with something that sounds pretty damn good.
Yes, but I was still fully believe that, as we talked about in the last episode, 11 Labs is charging now because they know local is going to eat their lunch.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because the quality on the local stuff is there. Is it a bit of a pain? Yes. If you want to run it locally, either get a Mac, and a Mac Mini at $500 is just fine for text to speech.
Exactly. This is not video generation. You don't need 128 gigs for this.
No, but I'm guessing if you're running this on a Linux, Windows-based machine, either one of those, you're going to need a GPU, preferably or most likely you're going to require an NVIDIA
but
GPU.
You don't need, you just need like a 5-year-old NVIDIA card.
Yeah, you don't need it to be.
You don't need a cutting-edge one.
The more memory, the better, but still, that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be able to do it locally, and you'll be able to be happy with the results. Now, the video stuff, I want to try this with the new Grok. This will be something on the list for this week, is also with getting it like 10 songs so I can send them over to you so you can be like, this is good for an album, and then we launch an artist. But I want to do the video with Grok.
Yeah.
But I want to go through, generate that first 10-second little video, grab the screen cap of the last frame, and see if we can do a continuation.
Yes, you can. I've tried. I've done that.
So now that would work really well.
It's not as good as you'd think.
Now,
it's very noticeable because it basically has a artificial pause at the end of each of those videos is what it ends up coming to. So
now if you edit it,
Grok, but then you'd have clips shorter than 10 seconds. But yes, if you edit it, you could probably do something. But what it ends up looking like is like if you watch certain Japanese animation,
I do not.
You have the same effect where it's like a couple seconds of action and then just barely movement, couple of more seconds of action and then barely movement. Maybe the thing that changes towards the end of the clip is the camera shifts where it's shooting from, like the camera moves rather than the subject moves. So if you got, like, I'll give you an example. If you got a person, obviously female, walking,
obviously,
and you want to make like a minute of that, right? As she's walking through whatever the place is, it'll show her walking as the camera kind of pans to the right. And then the next clip will pick up right at that same frame, but now the camera will be zooming out as she's walking. So she's now smaller in the frame. Then you end that clip. Next clip starts at the last frame. And now the camera is panning the other direction. But all those pans happen at different speeds. Something you would never see in a movie in real life.
Right.
Where the pans are A, continuous, they never stop. And B, they keep changing speeds. Because
it doesn't know.
You don't want to focus on the camera. You want to focus on the subject.
And it doesn't know what happened in that last clip, so it's just making something up.
It's like, ooh, wouldn't it be cool if the camera flipped upside down?
You're like, no, still screen,
Yeah.
don't move. But I
Now-
wonder if this was better for like if you have two characters having a conversation.
This happens with Grok. If you use the Google thing, you can
Gemini?
make much longer clips. What's it called? I keep
Is it
forgetting what's
within
called.
Gemini? I know that's their AI.
Yeah. The fully paid Gemini.
Everybody wants your money. Have you noticed that?
Well, have you heard Ben talking about all the data centers that are getting built right now?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of power, a lot of data.
Like a quarter, like this data center that he's working on. I think it's a proposal. I don't think they've got the deal yet, but
Was that the
they're
one like the
building their own
footprint?
nuclear reactor.
It's like the footprint of Manhattan or something for the data center.
Literally, they're building their own nuke
Woo!
just to power the data center.
If everybody only had their own nuke power, it would be so much better.
Luckily, Trump made that a thing now. We can all do that.
I want my own nuke in the backyard. That's
You
what I want.
you get a rack of Mac Minis, and
Yes.
then you have to have your own private
Mac
nuke to run
Studios.
them.
I want if people could just donate, if you want to send in one of those $10,000 Mac Studios,
Yeah.
and if multiple people can do that, I
Don't
can
send
wire
your
them
blankets
together.
or water. Just send your cash.
Right, just send Mac Studios fully loaded with RAM
Mhm.
because then you can play and you can have fun.
Yeah.
And I will
Or
say,
if you want to troll Darren, get the lowest RAM possible Mac Studio and send him that because
I mean,
he'll love that.
still a pretty nice machine.
It's $3,000. Got 64 gigs.
It's a pretty nice machine.
What are you gonna do with 64 gigs? It's not enough to do 5 frames of video.
The intriguing thing, I mean, again, I know I'm comparing two completely different systems, but even when this thing, the Mac Studio, is maxed out doing the AI stuff,
Yeah.
very quiet. I mean, you can barely hear the fan where those, the NVIDIA cards, once they're ramped up, it's kind of like you're inside of an engine in an airplane and
Yeah, they run a little bit warmer.
you
So,
want them
two
somewhere in a
things.
different room.
One is I'd mentioned this probably a month ago. You just probably didn't remember it, but Radeon or the guys that make Radeon, whatchamacallit, I'm blanking out. AMD just released a new motherboard that does unified video memory. So you could load it up with, half a terabyte of RAM.
And run
and,
your LLMs
Mm-hmm.
on your Linux machine.
Yeah. Or, Windows or whatever. But they basically said, well, there's nothing magic here. Like, we can do this. Integrated memory for video and the regular RAM of a computer is not a new thing. It was around years ago, mainly used for laptops when they were too cheap to put a dedicated video card in. And so you would
need it.
actually, you'd see that, like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to have it wasn't 64 gigs, but I'm supposed to have 4 gigs of memory and I only have 3.5. Where's the other half a gig? And then you read up online or in the manual that, it's unified video memory. So it's actually grabbing some of that RAM to use for video. And unified memory is actually slower memory than what you would have on an NVIDIA card. This is why if you look at test results like that Russian dude that compares all the different LLMs.
Oh yeah, I loved one of his latest videos, which was his $10,000 Mac that's loaded up with everything against the $10 a month AI service. And guess who won?
Yeah, exactly.
Not the Mac.
No. And so what you find is that while you can do much larger models in the Mac because it's got the unified memory architecture, the speed is nowhere near what the speed of a 5900 is. The NVIDIA just burns the Mac completely.
Oh yeah.
Because it is using the fastest RAM that's currently available, which is significantly faster than the RAM that's used, or memory that's used as RAM in the computer. Like the RAM in the video card is running significantly faster. And I am using the word significant because it changes. Like today, it might be 4 times faster. Next week, they release something, it might be 8 times faster, or, it's a very, but the point is, whatever the latest and fastest is what's going to be used in the latest generation video card. That's number one. Number two is, I don't know if you're aware. In fact, I would say you're probably not, because you don't listen to Just Two Good Old Boys.
Just Two Good Old Boys.
But, Gob. But my
Grumpy
partner in crime on that show just got his new gaming PC.
Ooh. Which NVIDIA card did he get?
Oh, no, he didn't. He went with Radeon.
Oh, what kind of he's not even a real Ben, that Radeon.
No. I tell him to go that route.
No, doesn't he want to do it? Okay, so he's an anti-AI. I would never want to run AI at home because you're spending a lot of money and you're getting a card that is useless for AI.
It's absolutely not useless for AI.
Useless for AI, I tell you.
It's really not.
What were you thinking, Ben?
But the interesting thing is, so what he got is what I would describe as a kind of a mid-tier recent generation technology gaming computer. So it was about $2,500, and it has the either latest or one short of the latest generation of everything in it. And we did a quick and dirty little speed test last night, so he called this morning, I'm sure, with a computer question. And then last night he was calling me at midnight with computer questions.
Wait, he's the dude named Ben and he's calling and asking you?
Well, that's how it works. You either have the moniker or you actually have it.
He's a dude named Ben and name only, you're saying?
Uh-huh. Ooh. Don't make a jingle for that.
Oh, so you're saying you'd like a jingle for that to play?
Oh, God. Well, I couldn't imagine if Ben heard a jingle like that. That would be crazy.
He's a dude named Ben and name only. That'd be great.
Yeah. So where I was going with that is we ran a little test, and what I have is what was the absolute top line stuff that you could buy now 5 years ago. So I haven't upgraded. It's weird saying 5 years because I've been saying 4 years for about a year. Now I'm like, it's actually 5 years old now.
Yeah.
But time moves.
It's a lot of well, this is it. If you're going to have something that's going to remain usable, you got to spend the money at one point and then just kind of let it start going down the chain.
Yeah, just not screw with it for a while. Or you could just upgrade every year. I mean, that's your other option.
Yeah, which some people do.
So my system that was about $3,500 5 years ago now is about 20% slower than Ben's $2,300 mid-tier system is today. So I think that's actually kind of good news for me, because for the last 5 years, I've been using a computer that's barely slower than what he got. But the flip side is, I run everything, all the games, everything in 4K, and it all runs at good frame rates. And he was able to achieve slightly better frame rates for a little bit more than half the price. Pretty good.
Right. Well, it's one of those things, it's diminishing returns as you're getting, better.
Yeah.
A lot of people still, it's like, everybody was so used to the monitor normal refresh was for the longest time was 60.
60, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now it's now you need 120. I'm assuming they're even above 120.
Well, I'm running 144.
It's like, you need higher refresh rate.
I don't think that I really notice a difference between 120 and 144, which probably means I won't notice any difference in anything higher than that.
Right.
The highest refresh computer monitor that I have is 360.
And you're like, that still looks like the 120 because there's only so much. Yeah, it kind of
looks exactly like the 144. Yeah. I mean, I can run 120. I usually just keep it at 144. ironically, my laptop screen is 360.
How much smaller, though?
It is, yes. That's, probably why it's so quick. But it's pushing a lot of frames that my eyes are not really seeing.
No, and I didn't.
I can definitely tell a difference between 60 and 120. Absolutely, 100%. The 120 feels smoother. I can't really tell a difference between 120 and 144. I don't think I can tell a difference, even though it's a different monitor, but I don't think I can tell a difference between 360 and 120 either.
So 120 is your sweet spot, or 144?
I think beyond 144 is just a waste of money for me. But I think that's going to be different for everybody. Linus did a test of his employees probably a year or two ago.
Yeah, I saw this.
Yeah. And some guys could tell the difference between a 360 and like a 240.
It's like the people that claim they can hear AI music the second.
Yeah, exactly.
It's totally different. I can vibe it.
Yeah. Which is it's always for music that was literally says AI right on it. Right. It's amazing how accurate these people are.
I just looked. I did not do a fresh reboot before the show. I could probably tell you. But right now, with the main things running are Adobe Audition to record the show, Mix to broadcast the show, and Chrome and that to talk to you. Thunderbird is open for email. I am currently using 43 gig of my 128 gig of memory. So there's a lot that's just waiting to be used there. So for a lot of the times, it's not being used.
Yeah.
But when you utilize that and you put in a huge LLM and you talk to it now, it's hilarious to me still that people get freaked out about people being able to get ChatGPT or any of these online versions to say things, because I don't think they understand the LLMs that have already been unlocked, thrown out there. Some were unlocked when they were released. Some people then, for the ones that are like the OpenAI, the people that are behind ChatGPT, they released one open source model. Of course, they had all their guardrails on it, but like 5 seconds after they released it, somebody went in, took all the guardrails out and re-released it because it's open source.
Right.
But I just was going in and I was asking it some, obscene questions. But even an offline model, I was like, oh, I'm in the this part of Chicagoland, and say somebody murdered somebody, where would be a good place to dispose of the body? And it gave me a park name in the town right by ours. Like, well, you can go here.
I found a perfect place to dispose of. In the last 30 years, there have been 7 bodies found in this park.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God. It's like, but so there's and I know it's the biggest cliche out there, but you're not putting the genie back in the bottle. This shit is out there.
Yeah.
And even these LLMs that people can download often have a lot of information in there about your very specific area that you live in, where you normally wouldn't think, it's going to have this ability. It's like, it's crazy.
Right. Well, and it's only going to get better, because I'll tell you what, Amazon's going to have a new revenue stream licensing your Ring doorbell videos to these things.
Oh, yeah.
Then they're going to be like, oh, did you want detailed information about this location? Okay, well, you can ingest the last 6 years of 24/7 video footage and then tell me what you find.
Yeah. Well, and that's the beauty of it, which is the AIs are able to.
Who's that dude walking into my house?
That's not me.
Work? Yeah.
Wait, I thought this was my wife's accountant.
Dentist. That's not a dentist. Yeah.
But this is
what kind of dentist makes home stuffs? Yeah.
The amount of privacy people think they have and they don't. I mean, you have to figure this one out by now. Yeah. There is no privacy anymore. And all of these things with the cameras running 24/7. And, Amazon, I don't know. It's the intriguing thing with Amazon is I'm reading that they are jettisoning a bunch of jobs.
Yeah. They're replacing it with AI.
and their service is getting worse. We have had a few times recently where we got a neighbor's package or vice versa, which didn't happen for years. It was now it's becoming almost commonplace, and it's like, well, now you're just like the post office. But that's going to end up costing them money, especially with we're sending you a photo, and it's like the other day I ordered the little A-Reds vitamins that I take. So it was in a little white envelope. But the package that they took a picture of was like a huge toilet paper box. And that was the picture they gave me. Now, by the time I went, I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
And I went out there, and my package was between the door, which means whichever neighbor's toilet paper that was,
right?
They realized where it was. It was probably one of the neighbors right to the
and dropped it off.
And went, and they got their toilet paper. They got our A-Reds because Amazon never put something in between the door.
No, they don't. That takes too much time. They're not allowed that much time when they're delivering.
No, and it was like 50 mile an hour winds that day too. With one of those envelopes could just go.
Yeah.
But with the picture, I don't know. Amazon, it's like you can guarantee you because your person took a picture, and I could be like, well, that's not my front step.
I don't think that's that. I mean, if you're getting a whole rash of these things all at once, that's bad. But I don't think it's that unusual. I've actually had my service, I think, improved, not get worse, because for a while I was getting my deliveries dropped off at the neighbors at least like every 2 months. And I would see a picture, and it's like, that's not my door.
I know.
It's not my welcome mat. That's my neighbor's welcome mat.
You don't welcome people. That's the difference.
After a while, you start recognizing what your neighbor's stuff looks like, and you're like, okay. Then I walk up, and then I wave to their ring camera and say, Amazon misdelivered a package, just picking it up so I can, show them what I'm doing, because otherwise they're going to be like, why are you stealing my shit, man?
Porch pirate! Yeah, do you hold
Who lives across the street from you?
Right. Very easy to catch. Do you hold,
right?
Do you pick up the Amazon package, label forward, and be like, hold it up to the camera, so they can see it says Gene?
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, my package, I'm not stealing from you.
Well, and then I think I told this story when it actually happened. This is from probably a couple years back, where I had ordered food and they had sent me a photo showing that it was delivered, and I realized that's not my house. And
this was from the Hebe.
It was my neighbor's house, from HEB, and so they made a delivery to my neighbor across the street, who is a young Muslim dude.
Lots of bacon.
Well, he's like a Pakistani Muslim dude, meaning he's basically Indian, and a-religious, but that's what he grew up with, is Islam. And he's a pharmacist, which is very typical for Indian guys or Pakistani guys. And so he's younger. He's in his late 20s, I think, or at least maybe his 30s by now. But anyway, so he's got a roommate that, I don't know that person's name because they change every year. So somebody that he rents out part of the house to. And anyway, I walk over to the neighbors, and my groceries are not sitting in front of the neighbors. I'm like, that's weird. That's what I thought the photo was. So I text my neighbor, and I'm like, hey, dude, I had a grocery delivery that looks like it showed up at your house, but I don't see it. So did you grab it and bring it in? And he's like, oh, I'm at work. Let me check with my roommate. So he texts back, and he's like, oh, yeah. So he grabbed the groceries because he thought I ordered them. So he put them in the fridge. Now, by this time, because, I'm saying it like it was a instant conversation, but it was text messages that were like 20 minutes apart. So after I didn't see it on this porch, I called HEB and I said, hey guys, you misdelivered. I never got the stuff. The image in your photo is not my house. You can come here and see what my house looks like. And they're like, oh, okay, well, we'll just rerun it. So they sent me a duplicate of that grocery delivery. And I got that before my neighbor got home from work to give me the groceries back. And then so by the time he got back, he says, "Hey, I just got home. If you want to stop by, grab your groceries." And I'm like, "Oh, well, you can actually keep them. They sent me a duplicate order, so you're welcome to just keep those." And
I remember that.
Yeah. I mentioned it. And the punchline portion of this is he said, No. I'll go ahead and bring your stuff back. And I said, well, feel free to keep anything you want. And then he brought most of my order back. And what I forgot at that point was, like I had pork chops, I had bacon, I had a lot of pork products.
They're like, you're not Muslim.
Jews don't eat pork theoretically, even though most of us do. But in theory, we don't. But Muslims can't even touch the shit. Like, it's haram. You're literally going to be dirty from just having it in your fridge. And so I'm thinking, this poor guy
trying to be a good neighbor.
He accidentally got my groceries, and now he has to buy a new refrigerator
because the white devil in his pork.
Well, I'm not the one who delivered it, nor the one that brought it into his house.
But first Gene because of his jeans. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hey, by the way, send me a copy of that. Ben's gonna laugh his ass off on that one. So it mix-ups happen. Stores. This is why the price you pay has a delivery fee in it, because they have to make up for the difference when they screw up. That costs them money. That isn't magically covered. It's covered literally coming out of your delivery fees.
Well, it's interesting. The people here, unless you specifically say, although you might just leave it on the porch, they will.
That's what I say. I always say leave it on the porch,
because otherwise they will ring the doorbell and at least make contact so they know they're at the right house.
Yeah.
But Amazon did that too. And then they sent me a duplicate item because I'm like, I don't know which fucking neighbors got it.
Yeah.
And it was two small items worth like $20. And then they sent the neighbor did bring it over, so bonus. Mm-hmm. But then Amazon charged me, and I'm like, why the fuck are you charging me? This is a duplicate order because you delivered it to the wrong house.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But you'll notice there's nowhere in the Amazon system to check you fucked up and delivered it to the wrong house.
Yeah. Well, and this, I think I told this story as well. It's in kind of repeat mode, apparently. But I had about a year and a half ago, a delivery from Amazon, and it was like memory for my computer or something, right? So something not only did I want it, but I wanted it then because I'm waiting on it to show up. And they delivered it to, somewhere. I couldn't find, none of my neighbors got anything, as far as I could tell. And so I called Amazon, talked to a very polite Indian person, and said, look, you're showing it as delivered. The photo that's on the proof of delivery is not my house, somebody else's. And they tell you, have you checked with your neighbors? I'm like, I did. I walked around, and none of my neighbors have it. So I have no idea what this is. So I need it shipped out overnight ASAP. And they're like, okay, all right, we'll go ahead and do that. So they do that. The next day, my Amazon delivery that was supposed to have been delivered shows up with an Amazon delivery guy.
Interesting.
Yeah. And this is, well, how does this work? If it was marked delivered with a photo, how does the delivery dude still have it? But whatever. I mean, I didn't talk to the guy. I just noticed that my doorbell rang. And then by the time I walked out, he was gone already. And I don't think it was a neighbor delivering it because it was exactly where Amazon always puts the packages. And so I was like, that's weird. And now the correct photo shows up on the delivery proof for the original one.
Whoa.
And then the next day, of course, the replacement shows up. And I'm like, well, I mean, finders keepers, I guess. But honestly, I don't want to just be that guy. I don't want to set precedent. And my laptop is topped out. I can't even use this memory. So I'd have to like sell it on eBay or something. So I called Amazon and I said, hey, and it took me forever to find the right person.
Right. Somebody to tell, you fucked up. I want to give you shit back.
Exactly. And I'm like, and the guy's thinking, okay, so you need another one shipped out to you. I'm like, no. You guys shipped out an extra one when I called, and then the right one showed up the next day. So I just want to get an RMA because there is no option for an RMA
for something you didn't get.
For something that's a duplicate, right? And so I'm explaining this to him, and he's like, okay, so what do you want to do? He's like, well, I want to return it. I want to have. How do I get it back to you guys
without giving me money back
for shipping?
Otherwise, you're going to return it.
Yeah,
they're going to give you money back, and you've now got memory for free.
Well, I know I'm not that guy. So, and the guy's like, he had to go talk to his boss to figure out what's the process for this. What's the process for a refund return that generates what's the process for a return that generates no refund?
And
that's not in the system. Like there's no option for him to do that.
Because the guy in the background's like, yeah, boss, we got the one fucking honest guy in the world, and I have no fucking idea how to put this into the computer. You're making my life hell.
Exactly, yeah. And so finally, he transfers the call to, higher level support or whatever, because he doesn't have an option. Like he literally can't do a return without a sale cancellation, and the sale is fine. Like it was delivered. There's no cancellation here. So finally transferred to somebody else. I explained to them. They're like, okay, yeah, we can help you with that because they can override stuff. So they ended up basically charging me for another order for that extra item and then immediately refunding that order.
So then they could take it back.
That's the only way that they could generate an RMA for the extra item was to create a phony second order separate from the first order and then give me my money back, but still have the RMA for the return.
That's funny.
It is. It was like they had a worker, and the guy was like, I have to tell you, sir, you are the first person that any of us have ever talked to that inquired about returning a duplicate order.
Well, because for most of the time, it's going to be something
that you can keep. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's even in their system. It's like in the FAQ. Oh, you got something you didn't order? Just fucking keep it. Please don't call us. Please. It's probably because of your call. That's in the FAQ.
Yeah. Because of my call. Exactly. Who's this fucker that's returning this shit? But I'm also the guy that back when I was married many years ago, remember going to a store and like a clothing store or something. And I was, I don't know, I was looking for shirts or something. And I put on a hat. I was trying a hat, mostly for humor purposes to show my wife when I was wearing the hat. And I think it was like cowboy hat or something. And then as we're heading home from the store, I realize I'm still wearing the hat.
Oh, if it's a cowboy hat, there's no way you accidentally walk out with a cowboy hat on your head.
Well, I don't remember. Maybe it wasn't a cowboy hat, but it was a hat.
You were Kiki Friedman?
It was exactly. It was some kind of a hat that I didn't notice until not only did I get in the car, but I was driving home on the highway. I'm like, shit, I'm still wearing that hat. And they didn't charge me for it. And she looked at the receipt. I'm like, God damn it. So I took the first exit, turned around, drove back to the store, went in. I was like, guys, I accidentally walked out with a product that I didn't notice I was wearing on my head. And they're like, okay, so you'd like to return this? Do you have the receipt? No, that's the point. I don't have a receipt. Well, our policy is if you don't have a receipt, we can only give you store credit. I'm like, no. I don't need store credit, but we can't give you cash. No, I don't need cash or store credit. It's your hat. I
accidentally stole this.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to use the word steal, but I was trying to say everything to indicate I did not pay for this. I am just dropping it off for you guys because it it should be an item still for sale in the store. So here you go. They were very confused.
Like, why
as far as they're concerned, either they would have caught me stealing it,
right,
or I didn't steal it. That's the only two options.
Just another exciting story from Gene here on Unrelenting.
Yep, mark this day. This is the end of the podcast. This is now going to be nothing but jingles. Which, incidentally, if you remember, that was the original story with no agenda. It was supposed to be
no jingles.
No jingles.
Just no agenda.
Until it was 80% jingles.
Exactly.
Of course, their jingles were all human-made.
But I told but all of ours were trained on jingles that human made. So they should be better. But I was telling that story at the end of the Rock and Roll pre-show yesterday, which was when I was working at a bookstore when I was like 17, which is where I met my wife. But I was
at a bookstore?
Yeah, she worked at the same bookstore.
You were trolling for a nerd.
Yeah. And I was doing the cleanup, just getting the books, they get untidy. And found
only if you let people touch them
a Guns N' Roses cassette from the local in the mall, whatever it was at the time, whichever record store it was, still in the plastic packaging, so it was pilfered. And obviously, the kid that stole the Guns N' Roses cassette then walked across the mall because we're on the other side of the mall, but must have thought somebody was following them.
So you left them there?
Yeah, went into our store and just left the Guns N' Roses cassette on the shelf.
Yeah.
Where I
remember buying it, I think I was in my 20s. It was after college for sure. I remember buying a backpack at a Target, of all places. And nothing special, just, I don't know, I needed a cheap backpack. And then getting home and opening it up and finding that it had
cocaine,
other products inside.
Oh, somebody was using this as a...
And then decided not to do it or something. Because it was, and then back on the shelf. I don't know what a backpack's supposed to weigh when I picked it up. I just grabbed the first one of the right color and chucked it in my cart.
And obviously the
Target people didn't look at anything.
No, they're just like, okay, done. I don't want to work.
I mean, I think these days they do. So don't try this, kids.
This bag might be filled.
When I was in my 20s, they sure as hell didn't. And then I was like, and I didn't need any of the stuff either. It was like
feminine hygiene products,
cosmetics.
Right. What?
I'm a single dude. I don't need some random cosmetics. So I threw it all away. But it was kind of like, oh, what the hell, man? Don't give me extra stuff for free. Don't need it. Don't want it.
And I thought about being the Gene guy. And I'm like, oh, so should I go drop this back off at whatever record store it was? And my buddy looked at me. He's like, they're just going to think you stole it.
Yeah, they will.
So he's like, just break it out of there and keep it. And I'm like, that's what I did. That's how I got hooked on Guns N' Roses.
Really? That was your first exposure to GNR, was a stolen tape?
It was like right after it came out, whatever that was.
Yeah.
It was like, damn.
That would have been like 86 or 7?
Yeah, I think it was 87.
Yeah. Yep.
Back when I was still listening to Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, okay.
Dire Straits, Tom Petty, John Mellencamp, and those kind of bands.
So you weren't into any of that harsher stuff. You were in the soft rock.
Yeah, I didn't really start with metal until the Guns N' Roses. And even then, I became a Guns N' Roses fan. I liked Rat. I liked Motley Crue. But much beyond that, no, I mean, I never had a Metallica record. I mean, as much as everybody in the troll room hates Metallica, I've really come to enjoy Metallica with the Rock and Roll pre-show and some of those bands, was never into Ronnie James Dio. Now I got the box set. Was never into Black Sabbath and all those.
Yeah.
But that's why you have a lifetime.
I know all these bands, but only because I had friends that were into them. I never purchased or listened to any of that shit.
Well, you were playing the accordion.
I only heard them at other people's houses.
You were playing the accordion. Okay, and that's
pretty much, yeah.
We need an accordion jingle of Gene plays the accordion.
I have not done an accordion on Suno. I wonder how good a job it can do. Oh, no, I have. I did a French song. One of my songs I did a few months back was in the French style, so that had accordion in it.
Gene plays accordion, coming out soon.
Yeah.
Here on Unrelenting Records. So really now, do I need to go through a whole process of getting the publisher with these songs?
Yeah, I'll get you set up.
You think that's a better way to
less
go
work than you think it is? Yeah.
Than just putting it out there on.
Absolutely guaranteed 100%.
It's a scam, is what you're saying then.
I'm saying that the amount that you're going to pay just for somebody else to have figured out and done the process correctly and track everything is well worth it.
Oh, when does the tracking start coming in on Gene's religious?
Should be end of this month, I believe.
Oh, today's January 30th. We'll be getting this soon.
Yeah, probably by next show. I should have looked it up.
And I know my Suno goes by.
I should have at least 3 orders.
Yeah. I know that I need to use Suno a lot over the next 2 days to use a bunch of the credits. Yeah, I really was lax this particular month. Oh, but I think this was part of the reason, again, noagendaai.com. And I told Adam and John, I'm like, if you don't want me to use it, I'll come up with a different name. But it has nothing to do with No Agenda, the show.
No, it's literally just random, completely separate deal. Yeah.
So it also is something that will, if it generates money, will generate some donations for the...
Where do I go in Suno to check? There's my credit. I have 9,980 credits right now.
Wow, and you get, what, 25,000 a month, I think it is.
Something like that.
You've used a lot.
Yeah. Well, I did a lot of music this month.
I got to figure out how to do more music. But the
trick is to not rush it in the last 2 days.
No, I know. But that's why with the things that I will offer to do include the text to speech and music, which I think are the 2 biggest ones. Because I don't think most people, might need a song for something. It could be you're doing a project and you want something for a YouTube video, or it could just be like, hey, my anniversary's coming up and my wife would really like it if they had a custom song. Like, I'm your guy. I know music. I can make the AI music sound as good as AI music can sound. You don't have to learn it. Text to speech, you don't have to learn it. You just come to me. I can do it. If you need a logo for your company or if you need album artwork.
I'm telling you, dude, I know that, in fact, I'm pretty sure that the reason you're doing all this right now is because I told you back in December that I had one guy that paid me $5,000 to make a custom song.
Yeah, which would make the whole Suno thing and all of the AI.
It took me less than 1 hour.
Yeah, I believe that. It
took me most of that hour, but still under an hour.
And the noagendaai.com website, 100% done by AI.
Uh-huh.
I
got to go look at that now. Now you got me curious.
It's very simple at this point. It wanted me to go...
Agenda what?
noagendaai.com. noagendaai.com.
Oh, I thought it was noagenda.ai.
No, that would be more. Plus, I thought .coms are better.
Really?
Yeah.
No, you definitely said, if you listen back to the earlier segment in the show, the website was noagenda.ai.
Oh, I didn't want that, but no, that's more expensive.
Yeah, because I bought one of those for a friend for a birthday recently, and they're not cheap.
No. Now, if this starts making money, well, then sure, but I don't care.
Real AI results, image, voiceover, short video, copy, and consulting delivered fast and usable.
All AI. It was, and I played the game, which I enjoy doing.
Okay. I need to fix this. This is not right. Hello, I'm Darren O'Neill M-. First of all.
Yeah, the M-dashes are great.
You know that an M- indicates this thing was done by AI, not a human, right?
Yeah, but I'm selling AI doing everything for you.
Yeah, I would not
selling
use M-dashes.
AI.
Just use regular dashes. Chicago-based podcaster, voice artist, and AI practitioner.
And I gave it none of that.
No one cares.
What you need to put none of that.
Chicago-based producer, all that other shit. You have to have producer in first for people to realize that you know music. If you don't say producer, you don't know music.
You don't know Jack.
Well, you may know Jack. I don't know Jack, but you might know Jack, but definitely you don't know music.
But that is the idea for this particular venture.
I mean, I hate to say this, but this looks like a kind of website that somebody like a CSB would have put together.
Well, it's AI. It's very simple. AI really wanted me to go with WordPress. And I'm like, why the fuck? I mean, again, I guess I get it if you're going to start taking payments or have content that's constantly being added. This is literally this is a roll of the dice to see if anybody is actually interested in having work done.
Spit out an HTML file for you?
Yes.
Okay.
And I went through and I think I did it in ChatGPT and then asked if Claude can make it better. And I might have finished up with Grok with like, can you just optimize this? And it cut a bunch of crap out and gave me that.
Mm-hmm.
But
so from copyright no agenda AI, which is not an entity, therefore it can't hold a copyright.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Welcome to AI land. Which is the one thing that with a business like that has to be understood. There are things if you're dealing with photos, images, graphics, I can make changes using Photoshop. In audio, there are certain things that can be done, but the reality with anything created by AI is you cannot expect it to be 100%.
Oh my God, your tagline is no slop? Really? Really?
The AI came up with all that. This I have not really even proofread anything.
AI sure seems to have a high opinion of itself, doesn't it?
Yep.
No slop.
But that's the beauty of it. But you also, again, if somebody comes in and you can't be like, well, I want this. And then, you give them 5 options. It's like, well, these are your options. You don't get to come back with, well, that's not exactly what I want.
You definitely do. For $5,000, you do.
Well, if you're for $5,000, yes. There's a few reiterations would be done.
Did AI not tell you just to have one fixed price of $5,000 no matter what you do?
Everything, right. From one image to one song.
That's $5,000. Yeah.
I was thinking more in the lines of, when I was doing the web-based stuff. So this was WordPress, HTML, some, the CSS, all that.
I remember for the model chicks.
Well, for them, and then I was working for the marketing company here before my eye blew out, which made it like I don't want to be on anybody's, where you're relying upon me to do this stuff. But I was doing, at that point, it was like $125 an hour.
Totally fucked up your logo.
Well, it's their logo, but it was also, it made it very small. And
it's tiny. It's minuscule.
Yeah. Again,
but it's not really minuscule. It's actually, it looks like it's about 512 by 512. It just shrunk to something you can't see what the hell it is.
It's responsive, but weirdly
no agenda
responsive.
AI with some smudgy shit behind it.
Yeah, that should be up at like the top. So there are things that I would do to improve that. But when I was doing the web work, that I know I started out at like 50 an hour, went to 75, and I think by the end it was 125 per hour. So it's like for now I'm kind of thinking, it's a couple $100 an hour, and that's just your minimum. And if you go over, it's another hour.
Also, examples doesn't actually do anything.
No, because there aren't any examples yet.
Yeah, they're free, dude. You may want to put some in. Jesus.
I mean, I just haven't had time. Again, AI just created this and I uploaded it.
I mean, nothing's clickable. I can't, like, things that highlight, you can't actually click on.
No, but you can click on the mail to info@noagendaai.com.
And do you actually get those?
Yes. So that's what everybody right now is like.
Oh, that doesn't work either. I'm clicking on it. Nothing happens.
See, it does something. It's like, it's exciting.
It doesn't do anything.
You should open up your mail program.
Does not.
That's your computer sucks then.
I mean, every other email link opens up mail.
Your computer sucks. That's what I'm thinking.
Have you tested it on a PC at all?
No, because it just was what AI gave me, and it was just uploaded without proofreading it.
Okay. So you basically are saying you created this during the show.
I could have, yes. This is like AI. Give me a web page.
We don't get paid for doing this, so we're doing other work while we're.
Give me a website. It's great. Just another job that Gene can put on his list that he had.
That's right. Did I ever tell you about that one time where I was a AI company consultant for this one dude that created a company for AI
live during a show?
Yeah, exactly.
Now
you also have
a job or two, but is there a job that Gene has yet to do?
Nope.
I don't think so. That means he gets fired a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the better ones. I mean, they're all pretty good. So the one link that does work is your link to your X page.
Oh, well, they must like that.
Works.
And you know what?
Yeah, it goes right to it.
I also want to point out, I did not tell them I had an X account, but that is correct. Well, I mean, Grok probably added that because Grok, I would be logged in.
It knows who you are. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? That's hilarious.
Like, who pays for me?
That is hilarious that Grok is like, we want to feed the beast.
Promote
so of course, right?
Myself.
We got to add the link to X. That is, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
But that's why you take any of these files and you give it to one AI, then you pass it to another, then you pass it to another, which is what you do with code. I was thinking about adding the vibe coding kind of thing and no, I don't want to deal with that. Even though I've done it, planetrage.show/game.
Did you do the art for the last No Agenda?
Not the paint can. The one before that I did.
Oh, the paint can's not yours?
No, that wasn't mine. That was somebody new. I thought for sure, I didn't even make a whole lot of art because I did a caricature of Adam's dog, Sophie, in the snow. And I'm like,
the sandwich salad 33?
The which?
The 33 on top of salad.
33 on top of salad.
Yeah,
what are you looking at?
Literally, I'm looking at your tweet from 22 hours ago, dude. You're retweeting Adam Curry saying they're live.
Oh, well, that was somebody else, but that's
bread.
That's not the show
salad.
art.
Well, it looks like show art.
Well, it's pre-show art.
Jesus,
I don't do pre-show art. I don't got no time for pre-show art. I'm doing a pre-show.
Oh, that's how that works.
I do the rock and roll pre-show.
Oh, well, you can't do the art and do the pre-show.
I mean, technically, at this point, everything's so automated, I probably could.
So now you got redheaded chicks sitting on top of guys. Jesus Christ, dude.
Well, that is what Grok likes to do.
Is that what you want people to think you look like?
Right. This is how the studios
and that's your daughter.
Right. Exactly. Thanks to our buddy in Poland. I mean, I didn't even know Grok could do the really R-rated stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Until CSB. Oh, he told me not to mention him. Sorry, on this show. Because you and him are having a bad time.
We're not having a bad time.
You're having a bad time. You're going through that part of your relationship. But he's the one that pointed out.
The difference when you block somebody, it's 24 hours.
Usually around there, yeah.
I block somebody, it's at least a year.
Gene is very serious about his. There's another jingle.
Uh-huh.
And it was non-AI art.
Guess how many people I blocked on X?
So Adam's listening. G-Block Adam. He said that was non-AI art. See, that was old-fashioned. Although the paint can, I'm not sure.
The redheaded chick sitting on your fake lap?
No, that's totally AI.
Real.
No, that's totally AI. Now, if you look at my X account, the blonde, that was the photo that was created by ChatGPT with the Darren O shows on the sign behind. And then Grok did the video, but she is a lot more natural looking than the redheads who are all from the Grok universe.
Yeah. Huh.
But I didn't know until that guy told me. And then I was just like, one of those videos, one of the Grok ones, I'm just like, and then she takes her top off. And sure enough, I'm like, oh my, Elon.
I got a strike on X for asking Grok to do that.
But wait, you're not supposed to ask in public, but it will do it.
Well, no, I was trying to ask it in public because it's funny to see all the different in public requests that have gone through. So I thought I would add my own. And then I get a letter from Grok saying, you've been flagged as somebody who harasses people. Like, what?
Well, you do.
What do you mean harass? I do not harass people. I mean, I say a lot of things that may be mean, but I don't harass somebody. But then I figured out it's one of Elon's ex-girlfriends.
Oh.
That's the thing. Don't ask Grok to nudify Elon's ex-girlfriend.
So the 33 on the, well, is that a sandwich that's supposed to be?
Yes, it's a sandwich.
And Adam said that one is not AI. Did somebody just create that out of onion rings?
Not AI. Somebody made a sandwich
and then put the onion rings and made them look like 33. I gotta say, it looks
worse than most AI slop. That's the category we need. This is worse than AI. Now there's an insult for you. How bad is it? Oh, it's worse than AI, man.
I mean, I will give somebody credit if they actually made the sandwich with the onion rings and went, hey, you know what I could do?
Those are not onion rings. No, it's pepper. When you cut a pepper, that's the shape you get.
Oh, at first it looked like it was onion rings.
I know,
like,
but it's, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they are French fries, but that would take actual effort. But what doesn't take effort is cutting a yellow bell pepper, because that is the center of the bell pepper cut.
Oh yeah, because like at the end I can see the little seed on the one the one on the left.
Yeah. So that's what I assume that's what it is, because that's what it would be in real life. It wasn't AI. Then again, people could be lying to Adam and then telling him it's not AI, it's actually AI.
How would you know? That is the question.
Yeah. And in fact, I would say it probably is, because if you look at the bread does not look real.
I don't know. It's always hard to tell with this stuff.
The spinach looks very real.
Yeah.
Because there's some wilting.
Yeah.
You got to have wilting for it to look real.
And we got somewhat onion or something in the background.
But the bell pepper 33, I think, is incredibly creative.
Yeah.
I would not have thought to do that. It occurred to me by looking at it as to what it is, but it would not have occurred to me to do that with a bell pepper.
I mean, when you're making a sandwich, you're just thinking, I really want a sandwich.
Also, I would not call anything with salad on it a sandwich. Like, that does not fit the definition of a sandwich.
You don't put any lettuce ever on any type of sandwich?
No.
What about a BLT?
Yeah, minus the lettuce.
Jesus, like I just have a bacon and tomato sandwich. Bacon and mayo.
I don't eat fucking tomatoes. Are you kidding? No, that's evil stuff.
That's acidic.
Tomatoes were never meant to be eaten. They were grown as a crop that has a pretty flower.
Now, there's nothing wrong with a good bacon sandwich. You get some good hearty sourdough bread,
I like
a little
the bacon
mayo.
on bacon sandwich.
Yeah, double bacon. I mean, if you're not making at least a pound of bacon at a time.
Not a bacon on bacon.
Just bacon on bacon?
You could make a double version of that, too.
Do you make like a deep fried bacon? Do you take your bacon and then like fry the bacon and then double deep fry and then like put a coating on it and then like fry it again?
As a Jewish guy, my most impressive piece of work on bacon was I made a pie that had the lettuce that you do. Not lettuce, but lettuce.
Lettuce, yes.
Lettuce on top of the pie with the interweaving.
Yes, it looks like you're a basket weaver. Oh,
yeah. It was a pecan pie with a bacon top.
Well, everything's better with the bacon top.
Oh, so good, man. But yeah, what you have to do, because the bacon will shrink when you cook it.
Shrinkage is real.
You have to make a 12-inch lattice for top of the pie out of bacon, and then while it's still not cooked, and then cook it together in a giant pan, and the whole thing will shrink down to the size of a pie.
Yeah, you have to figure that in. Yeah, I can see that.
Shrinkage. You gotta figure in shrinkage, man.
Jerry, it's always shrinkage.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like when you take a meatloaf.
Cold, man.
Yeah. I mean, that's why when people make like the cheap fillets, they wrap them in bacon to add some fat and to add some flavor, because the meat is no good. But you can do that with making a meatloaf too. I've seen people wrap the whole thing in meatloaf.
Anything wrapped in bacon. I like Fogo de Chao a lot.
Oh, I've never gone yet. We have to go before this one closes.
God. Yeah, you should.
Send me a nice $1,000 gift card or something, then I'll go.
Yeah, I do those every Christmas, so you missed the last opportunity.
I missed.
Well, everybody that likes that restaurant gets a $1,000 gift card from me. So you said you didn't like it, so I just sent you.
I've never been there. I'm going right now.
That's why. You've never been. Why would I send you a gift card to a restaurant you've never been to?
I'm going to go to Fogo de Chao.
Yeah. So in Fogo de Chao, they have a bacon wrapped chicken, which is the most tender chicken you have ever eaten. It is incredible. And I will tell you the proper technique, and some people will be shocked when I say this, but the proper technique for it is actually to split the bacon surrounding the chicken on one side and then unwrap it and then discard it. You don't actually eat the bacon. The bacon is there to make the chicken taste better. And, if you're eating the bacon, it's kind of like eating a plate that you were served something on.
Well, it's a little soggy by the time it doesn't
That's exactly right. No. I was going to say that, but you caught right on to the reason for it. And the reason you don't eat the bacon is that the bacon is soggy from the sweat of the chicken.
Right. It doesn't get to crisp up.
Good anymore. But because the chicken was wrapped in bacon, it maintained a higher level of juices while still getting fully cooked. And so it is very, very tasty that way. When you wrap something in bacon, that fatty seal on the outside tends to keep the moisture in, except for the moisture that escapes out as gas.
Yeah, because the chicken don't have a lot of fat, so you need it.
No. It could dry out. That's the problem. You got to be super careful cooking chicken so it doesn't dry out.
Especially with the air fryer. I've noticed if you do a breading on it, you can cook it a lot longer without worrying about the... And I always just take
Or skin. If you leave the skin on, you can cook it a lot longer.
I like to get just the tenderloins already cut, put a little bit of mayo on them so the breading then just sticks nicely, put it into the air fryer.
What's the first part of the chicken you eat when you get one of those fully fried chickens or fully roasted?
Like the rotisserie chickens?
Rotisserie chickens, yeah.
You got to have the legs and wings first.
Now, the right answer is you eat the skin first.
Oh, well, that's right.
This is the tastiest part of it.
It is. It's like it's the worst part for you, I guess, but...
Yeah, and I've always said this, maybe not on the show, but I don't understand why someone hasn't come up with a chicken skin.
Well, yeah, because there's like pork skin and isn't there like little pork rinds?
Well, it's like, dude, fried chicken skin or, rotisserie chicken skin is the most tasty part of the chicken.
She's like, throw out the chicken, just give me the skins.
Yeah, you don't. And I've done that plenty of times where I'll order one of those chicken and I'll start eating all the skin off of it. And then I'll maybe have one leg and I'm kind of done with it.
But
there's no more skin on it.
Nefarious thing, and I've never really looked at the pricing anywhere but Costco.
Oh, yeah.
But Costco, fuck them. They charge you more. Here's the thing. What? They will sell you the shredded rotisserie chicken for more than the hot rotisserie chicken, and you know how they make that. The ones that sit there too long where they can't sell.
Yeah.
They then have somebody that just stands there with their little gloves on and rips all the chicken up and puts it into a big vat.
Right.
Seen them do it.
Well, that should cost more because it involves human labor. What the hell are you complaining about?
Just buy your own damn chicken.
That's like saying, well, why does food that's cooked cost more than the raw ingredients at the store?
It's a good question.
Human labor?
Humans don't need to be paid. Value for value. You do it good. They pay you.
Yes, neither one of us is working right now.
Right. But I cook. I cook every day. My wife does not cook, which is why I'm still alive.
House husband.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do the cooking. I make a hell of an omelet.
The amazing part is you were a house husband even when you didn't need to be one.
True.
Yeah.
I was able to, because my wife doesn't cook well. So if I wanted to eat good food.
You could have taught her to cook like 30 years ago, but instead you chose to hog the cooking to yourself, prevent your wife from becoming a great cook that she was meant to be.
Right. I stunted her growth.
You kind of forced it on her is what I heard.
Now she's just like, I want some new Lego.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude named
how
Ben.
did you train her into the Lego hobby?
It just randomly happened during
What
COVID.
was her first Lego purchase?
The first one was during COVID, and it was
to order lunch.
It was the Roman Colosseum.
Really?
I
would not have guessed that.
Oh boy, Gina's tummy got a rumbly, and now he's ordering lunch. What will he get?
But yeah,
God damn it. We got jingles for everything now.
That was the Roman Colosseum was first. That was I think at the time was the largest Lego set that they had ever put out.
Really? Wow.
And then came the Titanic, which of course she had to have as well, which is ungodly large.
That would have been more of what I would have guessed along with, because it's more of a chick thing than the Colosseum.
It was definitely one of the earlier ones, and we've got it sitting on top of a bookcase in the front room, and it goes almost from one end of the bookcase to the other. I mean, it's way too big for any normal person to have a place to display this easily. I mean, it's huge.
Like more than 3 feet?
I think so.
Really? Wow.
What are the dimensions? I'm sure I
always wondered, are the big ones hollow inside or
no?
Are they solid Lego?
They're not solid, but they're not hollow because you got to have a structure in there. There's not a lot of interior details with the Titanic, but there are a few little rooms and stuff on the inside. The ones that have, like, they're trying to do the interior, like the big Millennium Falcons and stuff, get to be very fragile because you're trying to do two things that you really weren't meant to do. You can make it strong or you can make it detailed sometimes. And
so let me ask you a question. So Ben built one of those Millennium Falcons, or no,
Star Trek. Yeah,
they built one of those Star
Enterprise.
Trek things last month, and then he's built a computer this month. On a scale of nerdiness, where do you think Ben fits?
Way up there, like top 1%
out of 10.
Yeah,
what?
Top 1%, no doubt.
Top 1% nerdy. Okay.
The Titanic is 4.416 feet in.
That's very exact measurements. Did you pull out the ruler?
Yeah, well, I looked it up online.
Oh, okay.
Which the blueprints on here show oh,
hey, I have free delivery from Dollar Tree.
53 inches was the width.
Oh, okay.
From front to what's it, bow to stern, or it's big. Do you get your lunch delivered from Dollar Tree? Is that what you're saying? What do you order from Dollar Tree?
I don't, but it's one of the ones that got recommended. It's like, hey, you could order from Dollar Tree, free delivery, 35 minutes.
There's a Jimmy John's next door to the Dollar Tree, so I could order a thing of deodorant and be like, can you just grab me a Jimmy John's while you're...
They'll do it. They totally do that.
Well, yeah, if you're using a Uber Eats or something like that.
Uber Eats. Totally.
They don't care. They're like, as long as you tip well, gringo.
Yeah. Oh, I made my biggest tip ever during the ice storm we had.
Okay. One, what did you order? And two, how did this go?
Okay. So I ordered, what did I get? It wasn't much. It was
during the ice storm because you were unprepared.
You know, we got hit with cold weather here, right?
Yeah. Well, compared to here, where it's still 17 degrees.
It got all the way down to 30 degrees.
Oh my, the humanity. Oh my goodness. It's cold.
Cars were falling off the streets, flipping upside down. People were freezing. They were homeless. Whoa. The lights quit working on the interstate. I mean, it was just total ice-mageddon going on here.
And Gene's like, I'd like to order a filet mignon, medium, please, with a
no. It was way cheap. It was way cheaper than that. I'm looking for work, so I'm kind of trying to be cheap. So I want to say it was like Burger King.
Was it Burger King, or was it like
Big
Burger
Mac
King
or a Whopper? I guess it wouldn't be a Big Mac; it'd be a Whopper. So I think it was a Burger King, or it may have been. What's that other burger place?
Arby's?
No.
Wendy's?
Arby's is not a burger.
White Castles?
No, I wish we had a White Castle. We don't.
They're so good. They'll kill you. I know. It's so good.
I mean, will they though?
I don't know. I mean, you have to die some way. Why not an oniony goodness?
The thing with White Castle is you can't eat just one.
No, because they are like communion wafers. You put them into your mouth and they disappear. They melt.
Yeah.
The whole burger disappears. Yeah. How does it work? I don't know.
Yeah, you got to get them by the dozen, man. That's how that works.
Was it Five Guys? Hey, Whataburger? Ned's playing along now.
Oh, it wasn't Whataburger. It was P. Terry's. P. Terry's.
I never heard of P. Terry's. What is that?
It's a Texas chain of burgers. It's kind of like a Whataburger, but a little different. But anyway, so I got one of those P. Terry, and I didn't get fries or drink or anything. I got two burgers, and it was like $15 or something for two burgers. And I tipped them $15.
Well, because otherwise the guy was going to shoot you.
Well, I didn't think anyone would take the order if I didn't have a bigger tip that day.
And then you yanked it back. People will do that too. It's like, that's a bad idea.
Don't be a dick.
Exactly.
Just tip small from the beginning. That's the way to do it.
Yes.
But it was
lower their expectations.
Yeah, lowered Look, I get so many people thanking me for the tips that I give them, and they're usually $3.
Well, we had, it was the week of Christmas. The wife and I went into the little, it's a breakfast place, but they're open kind of 24 hours. So she likes the BLTs. So it's one of these, very simple American kind of places.
BLT, whole day LT.
But run by a Mexican family, obviously, because it used to be a Mexican restaurant, and they turned it into this breakfast, and then burgers and that kind of thing.
El Breakfast Taqueria.
Kind of. And we always get the same dude as a waiter, really polite Mexican guy. I think he's gay just from the way he dresses and talks and the earrings. I mean, they tend to give you out, but really great waiter.
Yeah.
So we're in there like the week of Christmas, and the total on the order, and it was a Monday, so they give you free ice cream. And this is also something that when it comes to like old people, if something's free, they don't figure that into the tip.
Go out of their way for it. Yeah.
Right. But then they also don't understand that that's making the waiter do more work. So you even though it's free, you should actually still add that in your brain that you should tip a little
built
more.
into the price of being there. It's not.
I know that's what you think, but I'm nicer than you. But again, it was Christmas week. The total bill was maybe $35, and it would have been like 40 with the ice cream. And so I was like, normally you'd leave like $8. It was Christmas week. I had a 20. I'm like, I'll just leave the 20. The wife's like, fine. The guy's always a good waiter, whatever. So I leave it on the table. We pay at the little thing up front, and we're like walking out the front door, and this dude like comes running. He's like, oh, thank you. Thank you. Like, see, that was probably the best gift we gave all Christmas as far as the response. But it's like, this, obviously the old people maybe that eat in there don't tip well. So
I think that there's been a big, well, I'm extrapolating this, but I think there's definitely a backlash against tipping because so many places have gotten absurd with their tipping recommendations that a lot of people are just saying no.
Yeah.
And just don't tip at all anymore.
So I'm going to go along with Gene and just say, don't be a dick.
Yeah, don't be a dick.
It's unrelenting. It's unrelenting.